in season 12, and don't editorialize. I know it's problematic. Let's keep it positive, right? We're not going to get into any head canon tribal beef here. It's all positivity, all fun. So when you get a job like this, I've told people many times, I only thought I was going to do like 2.5 episodes. That's all Mr. Catch was supposed to do. One of them was a hand double. Like the first time you ever see Catch, he's like packing the luggage, right? And the guns. And it's just like the tattooed hand. That's not me. Hey, you got someone else to do my hands. And then there's the controversial, there was the clairvoyant teenage girl that I often about. I didn't. Catch did. Let's just keep that very separate, okay? Because I know that was a very inciting incident of hate for the character. Would you agree?
Yes.
Can we do a poll here just for shits and gigs?
Yes.
How many people hate the character of Catch? Okay, not bad. How many of you feel he was redeemed in the end? Okay, a redemption howl. I'll take a solid redemption howl any day of the week. Okay, so that's good. But here's the thing, as an actor and just someone that got lucky to be on one of the coolest shows of all time, which I'm now finding out more than ever, starting in the beginning is so great. And the fact that my daughter, you probably heard this from actors a lot before, which is like, their kids don't care that their parents are on TV. And that's actually a good thing, right? Because they just see you as dad, and you're just, dorky, fun, loving dad, and you have fun together. They don't care. But she's at the age now where her camp counselors were Supernatural fans. So I went to pick her up from camp once after school program, and they were like, "Oh, hi." And they were like, your dad's on our favorite show, right? So then all of a sudden, I got a little cooler in my daughter's book. Does that make sense? Oh, well, her camp counselor likes her. And so she's been begging me for the last 2 years. And every time I come to these, I ask people at my table, what is age appropriate to start your kids? And I probably interviewed 50 plus parents over the last 7 years. Now, how many people are parents who watch the show with their kid? Right. So when did you start? How old were you? 15? 10? 10? Yeah. So I've heard from some that they've started 8, 9, or 10 depending on the maturity level, right? So it's like you gotta know your kid. My kid's an old soul. She's also just loved scary stuff since she was a little boo. She is a thrill seeker, like you. You just had it in you, right? She loves jump scares. She gets the adrenaline rush. I know you love horror. Don't even get me started on you. And so I said, okay, we'll watch the pilot episode. I want you to talk about it. If there's any bad dreams, we're going to talk through the stuff. What's challenging for you? He's like, no, Dad, it's hilarious. I love Dean. He's so funny. I was like, okay. I was like the lady in white didn't scare you down? She's like, no, it's great. She's like, bring on the more monsters. And so the Wendigo or Wendigo? Wendigo. Okay, there's a pun there, but I won't make it. So we watched that episode. I was like, that wasn't scary to you? She's like, no, bring it. So we watched the water episode. What's that? Whatever. I don't know the names of the episodes, but the flooding in the tub and all that sort of stuff. What's that? Exactly. So anyways, we are so in. We're almost done season 1 in only 3 weeks. And people are still coming to my table. Isn't this amazing? How many people have found this show in the last year? Isn't that amazing? That the power of the show is still bringing new people in, and the power of streaming. So thank you, welcome. You're like me now. I get to be one of you. So I'm finding the show. So I watched from end of season 11 through the end, right? So I watched all of it from my entry into the show. And then when I did my research, I did there's like a bunch of top 10 lists, top 20 lists on the internet, and you just go like, what are the best Supernatural episodes? So of course, Baby was on there, French Mistake, right? And then a lot of other ones. And I was like, okay, I get the show. I understand, I think, where it's going. And also because Catch and the British Men of Letters was a whole new chapter, like you didn't need to know too much more other than the lore of what they were creating. So long story short, I'm on the road with you now. I get to choose the music because I'm fucking driving. But also I have so many questions now, but it's gonna be fun because I get to ask questions without spoilers in the thing. Like, where did Sam's, visions go away? Did something happen to him? Shit, don't tell me. But also, here's the scariest episode I want to see of all. I'm just like, the worst Supernatural episode, and I don't know if they made it, is when does the IRS find them? Because there's some serious credit card theft in these episodes. That's what I'm most concerned about. I was like, when is the government going to crack down on these thieves? Don't tell me. Don't tell me there's an IRS episode where they got busted. I didn't know how much credit card fraud there was on this show. Who knew? I'll tell you one more fun fact before we get to questions. It looks great. There's lines. I love this. There has to be a website dedicated. I've asked this in my meet and greet. Is there a website dedicated to 6 degrees of Supernatural, other than IMDb? If not, there should be. Because the actors, especially with Vancouver actors, we all know each other. We've all worked together. So who here, and this is always a weird question, has ever watched a Christmas movie? Okay, so there's a few of you, the Venn diagram, right?
Christmas in Bramble House.
Oh, Bramble House, great, thank you. So my first Christmas movie ever was in 2007 called Dear Santa. Dear Santa, and the lead actress on that is Amy Acker. Amy Acker, who was on Angel and Buffy, or just Angel. Any Buffy? Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, right, yeah. So episode 2 and 3, Amy Acker is the lead guest star of the water episode. And the Wendigo episode, Gina Holden is the lead guest female, and they're both my co-leads in Dear Santa. How fun is that? And then Alden Ehrenreich, what's that his name? Alden, he played the Han Solo movie. Episode 2 in Wendigo, he's like a 14-year-old boy playing this emo kid. That's Alden Ehrenreich. I'm like, I know all these people. Why is my falsetto so high? I'm just excited. Excited for this TV show. I'm one of you now. I'm officially joining the road. One more fun fact. Do you remember Ketch's boss?
Yeah.
Dr. Hess?
The lady, yeah.
She's in the episode Faith.
Oh, shit.
Jillian Barber is the actor's name. So I want someone to write some headcanon fic about why Dr. Hess was in the Faith episode. Let's pull all that together. I know, Jillian Barber is the wife of the... So, just fun facts. Just fun facts, folks. I'm nerding out on Supernatural, like you. Let's go! All right, questions.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Brianna, and my question is, what do you think was the most controversial thing that Catch did that if you would change it or not, because then that would change the character development?
Ooh, that's a great question. Well, first of all, what was the most controversial thing that Catch ever did? Again, I get lots of different reports from a lot of different people on that. A lot of people, like I said, thought that killing the young teenage woman in the bathroom was what set me off on this real path. I think personally the most scandalous thing is me trying to be Sam and Dean's stepdaddy. Hello, Mary. There's a marriage made in hell, huh? He's like, hello boys, have you been naughty today? Come over here and let your stepfather talk to you for a minute. I don't think people love that. I don't think there are fans of that. I don't think people like Catch and Mary at all. I think that was real bad for both of them actually as characters. Well, listen, my beautiful fallen brother, my gorgeous Irish friend, and I'm sad he's not here with us this weekend, Adam Fergus, who played Mick Davis. Mick Davies, even I got it wrong. Fun fact, everyone would call him Mitch Davis, and it was like piss him off to no degree. It's like, no, it's Mick Davies, the British man of letters. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a shock was it when I blew him in the back of the head? Wait a second. That came out so wrong. That's the backstory at Kendrick's. That's a problem. We got into the whiskey one night. We played some Soggy Biscuit. We're not proud of it. But this is why I had to kill him. Well, you know British private school stuff gets weird. All right, hi. And my daughter's 10? No, that's terrible. So, you know, I think killing Mick, you know, Italian mob, back of the head style, was pretty controversial. Oh. Good. What do you think? Let's shout it out. What was the worst? What? Hitting on Rowena? Oh, me torturing Rowena? It's a torture show. Come on, it just goes with the thing. But yeah, like I feel like Mick, the assassination was pretty bad. I think hooking up with Mary was pretty bad for folks. But then I felt like once I rescued Gabriel, I feel like that was maybe, for some people have said that when I got Gabriel out of the pen from Asmodeus, maybe we're getting some good points back. But that's for you to decide. Well, see, that's my take, but a great question, so thanks. What I love is people have so many strong opinions, good and bad, about the show, and you should all herald that because that's what good art should do. Make you talk, make you discuss, have all the feels about it. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Hey there!
Hey David.
How you doing, bud?
Good, how are you?
Good.
My question is, if you had to be stranded on a deserted island for 3 days and could only bring 2 supernatural co-stars with you, who would you pick and why?
Oh my God, that's so great. That's such a great, so not the characters or the actors?
The actors.
Okay. Well, Adam Fergus for sure. He's my lad. Even though I blew him, oh damn, I got a microphone in my hand, it's all weird, it's getting weird. What am I trying to say? Like, shot him in the back of the head. I keep wanting to say, blew him away, and then it's terrible. I know, stop. Adam Fergus for sure. He's wily, he's tough, he's Irish. You climb up those palm trees, get us coconuts. You know, he likes to dance. You need good humor when you're doing Lord of the Flies too. You know, you need that sitting around the fire guy, telling stories. And then the other person I would pick, and we're only there 3 days, you say?
Yeah, 3 days.
Huh. That's a good question. Gotta pick well. Because if there's gonna be like 2 years, I'm gonna bring a woman, obviously. But if it's only 3 days, Matt Cohen. Bring Matt Cohen. That guy's buff. That guy's gonna bring home pigs and chickens so fast. Fish? That guy's almost half prepper anyways at this point, I feel like. That guy's a rough and tumble hunter. So Matt Cohen and Adam Fergus, we all get along like a hoot anyway, so we like good tribal naked fire dancing and meat. Deal?
Thank you.
You can come too. Make a party out of it. 3 days, that's easy. Hi.
Hi, my name's Ellen.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi. I was just wondering if Jensen and Jared ever pulled any pranks on you.
The classic. Did Jared and Jensen ever play any pranks on me? They did not. Directly. However, I just did a cameo for someone, and I think it might have been one of my favorite 8-minute speeches I've ever done in my life that I didn't know I needed. And I've asked this already. I love Jared and Jensen so much. They've been nothing but kind, graceful. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. So I'm just checking in that we all know about Jared's flatulence, right? I'm not throwing him under the bus. It's legendary. He's proud of it. He owns it. So he has sort of tried to make me crack. He's also classic in trying to make people crack up. So two things that I remember that weren't pranks per se, but like Jared being ultimate Jared trying to fuck with me. So I have a really big head, which you can probably see now. It's glistening in this dewy humidity. But like when I say I have a big head, it's not just like, oh, Dave, you're being hard on yourself. No, scientifically and factually, my hat size is almost an 8. That's a big bounce, as we say in the UK. So I have been in this situation before where I've talked to, wardrobe and props. What happens? This is kind of a fun inside sports fun fact I think for you. Hats and helmets sort of fall in between the cracks between wardrobe and props. So, and they're constantly, they assume that everyone can just wear like a hat off the shelf or a regular thing. Not with Dave Hayden head over here, okay? Captain 8 needs special attention. And so I let them know, I purposely, when I see like, oh, I'm gonna wear a hat in the scene or I've gotta wear a helmet, I literally let production know, I was like, you need to check in with who's ever getting this and let them know I'm a double XL or a 7 7/8, okay? Of course they did. So as many of you probably know, Ketch wore a motorcycle helmet, right? So in the episode The Raid, they have this whole beautiful shot planned for me because I don't ride a bike, but they also just want the stunt guy to do most of the riding for me. But they were gonna have this whole beautiful thing where I got the helmet on, I'm coming back into the bunker, and they're gonna push me on the bike, I'm gonna glide in, they'll add sound effects later, and I'm gonna do the old take the helmet off, so it sells me riding the bike, and I do and the hair's perfect. And they've got this beautiful tracking crane shot, the director's super psyched for it, And then we set it up, we're ready to go, and they bring me the helmet. And it sat on the back of my head like a yarmulke. It was like I was going to temple. This little miniature, little party hat. Like, just sitting right back there and like, what the fuck? No. I was like, I can't get the helmet on. So Jared gets wind that my head is too big for the helmet. And you know that hearty, chesty laugh that Jared has when he's really enjoying something? He's in fits, okay? He thinks this is the funniest thing, that I can't fit the helmet on. So he starts pulling up on his phone. He's like, come on, production, we need this, we gotta fix this, we gotta fix this problem. David's head is too big for the helmet. Can we get him this? And so what he's pulled up on his phone is dark helmet from Spaceballs. They're like, who's the producer? We need to make this happen. Only this helmet will fit David Haydn-Jones. And I'm like, that's mean, that's hilarious, and I love it. So that's one of the things he did to me. And then the other thing, besides farts, in the trunk, he left some in the trunk when Ketch got it thrown in there. That was real nice. There was a point where we're going into the alternate universe. Remember the schism, whatever the thing, the time warp, whatever the name is. And remember they had to make that potion. Cassiel had to go to Israel and get those balls. So, they're muddling all the potion and to make the thing happen. And I'm trying to get my Ketch speech all poised about what we need to do. And Jared is just like this with the balls. Yeah, Ketch? Is that right? He's got the mortar and pestle. He's got the pestle and the balls, and he's just doing this. Just trying to make me crack. But Jensen told me, he said, a point of pride for him was never giving Jared the satisfaction of breaking.